We got to stop making this about who's a Republican, who's a Democrat. I want to know who's a humanitarian.
Nina Turner, who of course is the president of Our Revolution, was on CNN's State of the Union with Jake Tapper, where once again, she gave an incredible response, this time on the issue of what is going on in Virginia. So before I get to the clip, I just want to show, I guess, to remind people what's going on here. So there, of course, was the Virginia governor, Ralph Northam, who was under pressure to resign over a racist photo of him came out either in blackface or dressed up as a member of the KKK. There then was his reaction to it was terrible. He didn't really apologize. He almost made light of the whole issue. It was just completely disgusting. And then you had Virginia Attorney General Mark Herring also admitting to wearing blackface at 1980 college party. There is just some insanity going on right now in Virginia. And Nina Turner on this panel, so she's going to follow a Democratic congresswoman here who essentially pivoted to Donald Trump being the issue on race. And Nina Turner brought the conversation back to what really needs to be focused on.
The president has really made this a race issue, whether it's about African Americans. Certainly, he's doing it all over the board with immigrants, but we need to have this conversation.
I cannot. What? I just can't. 1984, 1980, Gucci just a few days ago. This is not about President Donald Trump. This is about racism in the United States of America. Congresswoman, I hear you, but on this, we're not blaming President Trump.
I'm saying that he has divided this country.
No, let me just say this.
He is using race as an
I am
issue.
not going to continue to let politicians use this man as the excuse to deal with racism in this country. It's been going on for far too long in the United States of America. We need some real truth and reconciliation. Yes, President Donald Trump is a racist. There is no doubt about it. But as we have seen, Democrats delve in racism as well. We got to stop making this about who's a Republican, who's a Democrat. I want to know who's a humanitarian. I want to know who's going to stand up for people's lives, starting with Black lives, because when you take care of Black lives, everybody's life is taken care of. Everyone's life is taken care of. So no more about this. These three men, it had nothing to do with President Trump. What Lieutenant Governor Fairfax is going through don't have nothing to do with President Trump. Northam wearing blackface don't have nothing to do with Donald Trump. Harrington wearing blackface has nothing to do with Donald Trump. This is about racism in the DNA of this country, and I am over it. We are traumatized, Jake, and we are sick of it. Now, politicians need to stop playing games.
So, I mean, this is why I love Nina Turner. She takes the politics out of it. Now, I get these are political issues, but when it comes to how to deal with these issues, you have to look at the policy, you have to look at the individuals, and you have to look at the culture and the history. And when you put that all together and separate out the Democrats or the Republicans and who's doing what, understand that these are issues that are embedded in society. So this issue, again, clearly has nothing to do with Donald Trump. Now, obviously, as Nina Turner says there, Donald Trump is racist. This isn't even a discussion, but that also is not the discussion they are currently having. If the discussion was about Trump's comments, then yeah, of course, mention Donald Trump. But when the discussion is about a Democrat, about something that Democrats did in the 80s, this has nothing to do with Donald Trump. So be able to look at these issues not as political issues, but as issues of what is inherently damaging in the culture of American society, and be able to look at that properly without the lens of this partisanship. So, look, Berrigan, the congresswoman there who pivoted to Trump at the beginning, if her arguments, this is not the argument she was making when I watched it, but if her argument is that Republicans shouldn't be attacking Northam when they haven't been able to come to terms with their own president and engage with the reality that their own president is racist and that many of their supporters, if not most, if not all of their supporters are racist, then I understand that's hypocritical. There's definitely hypocrisy there when you have Republicans attacking Northam when they themselves are supporting a racist president. Yes, that is clearly hypocritical. But if you want to deal with the actual issue and take it seriously, then honestly, put aside what Republicans are saying. Don't focus on what they are saying, because of course they're being hypocritical. Everything they do and say is hypocritical. Every issue Almost every issue they are hypocritical on. So that is not something that is, a revelation. We already know that. So if you want to deal with the actual issue at hand of racism that is not just embedded in the Republican Party or in conservatives, but also in Democrats and liberals, then you have to face that issue head on and don't be distracted by other people like Donald Trump or other Republicans. So again, Nina Turner, if I could give her, if I had the power to give her own show on CNN, I totally would, because this is somebody who she needs to be heard. And Nina Turner continues, in my opinion, to be the strongest voice on CNN and one of the most important people in this progressive movement.